Developing tonight, the safety and security of our country is at stake, with Election Day only weeks away. My next guest is one of the 88 retired military generals and admirals to endorse Donald Trump for president. Retired Brigadier General Remo Butler joins me now. Good evening, General. Thanks so much for being with us this evening. You initially said that it was a difficult decision for you, but you made the decision to endorse Donald Trump. Quickly, why?
Judge Jeanine, welcome back, and I want to say you are fired up tonight.
Do you think, General, do you think I had reason to be?
Each person has its own reasons, but you were fired up, so I'll answer the question now.
Okay.
As I've said earlier, it was a very hard choice for me to decide to support Donald Trump. After listening to him, listening to both candidates, Donald is very, very strong on defense and the military. And that is one of the things that garnered my support. The other, he has called many people that I know, former military officers, to guide him. And these are people that I have a lot of respect for.
Right.
And I know that they're going to give him the best advice possible. If he listens to that advice, we're going to do well.
Okay, let me move from that. Here we are, General, on the eve of 9/11. Hillary Clinton has indicated that she will not send ground troops to fight ISIS. And are you confident or comfortable with the possibility of ever being able to defeat ISIS with that kind of approach?
There are two things. People always say Donald Trump never says his plan. He never says his plan. Well, sometimes when you give people forewarning, they can counteract your plan.
Right.
I don't think that, I don't know what Secretary Clinton knows, but I will say this. I would never say never when it comes to military affairs. You don't take anything off the table. You leave all options open. It's almost as if a game of chess. If the person you're playing against knows what you're going to do, what you're not going to do, you're going to lose.
And in terms of the possibility of ground troops and possibly going forward with them, let's assume that that's not an issue anymore, that the problem is so widespread in this country. What do we do about those homegrown terrorists in this country?
That's a huge issue and a huge problem, because there are so many ways that a homegrown terrorist can hit you right here, like the Orlando shooting, homegrown, like in California. Those are very hard, and unless someone says something, and we're in a society today where people don't want to say anything. They don't want to get involved. But we as Americans, worried about our security, should always get involved. Keep your eyes open. If you see something suspicious, let somebody know. Or if one of your friends come to you and says, you know what, I just bought 22 new guns and I'm going to shoot somebody, I think you might want to tell someone.
Well, you know what's interesting, General? I mean, when you have a presidential candidate saying, you know, you're an Islamophobe, I mean, that is the whole mentality that prevents people like the people in San Bernardino from saying anything. Anyway, General Butler, we're out of time, but we're thrilled to have you on, Justice, and we